Hey, it's Adele from Let's Get Inkie, and we're diving into a mixed media page today. It's getting a little chunky in here. I'm pulling out the texture paste, which is not something that I usually do anymore with my journals, just because lately I've been enjoying the flatness of a journal. Not really that it goes flat, because I pile so many papers and things in here, but I've been enjoying having very papery, painty journals, and the texture paste does bring a lot of depth to the page, and can, if you use it on a lot of pages, it can really chunkify your journal very quickly. Chunkify should be a real word. I think we need to add it to the Adelisms dictionary, because it does chunkify the book up. So I'm using my Liquitex white texture paste, and because I've dirtied my stencil, you peeps know whenever I dirty a stencil, I like to get two for the price of one. When I don't have to clean it again, I can just get another page from it. So I've grabbed my newest journal. Yes, I succumbed, peeps. I know I said I wasn't going to buy another Dina Wakley Media journal, just because I struggled with using textures that weren't just paper. But I did it. I miss the size so much, and I really like the thickness. So this is my new denim journal, and I'll be filming process videos for this over on Patreon. There's already one up by the time you see this, and there's another one coming this month. And so far I really like it. I did cut out the burlap pages, because I've come to realize that burlap and I just do not mix well, and that gives me a little bit more wiggle room to put in things like texture paste and make it a little bit chunkier. So this is a heart that I have prepared earlier. In my most recent Patreon video, I made some DIY embellishments for Valentine's Day, and this was part of the leftover cardstock that I had. So this was a background that I made just using some paint and some stencils, and I wanted to use it on this page because it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, peeps. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day? If you do, what are you doing? We don't. I've told Aaron this year that all I'd really love is just a card. I just really love a card that I can keep and look back at when I'm, having a rough day and want to be cheered up. I can read his card. It can be a folded piece of paper with a crayon drawn heart on the front. It doesn't need to be anything expensive. I just really love cards. It's funny, for someone who hates card making, not hate, that's a strong word, struggles a lot with card making, I really like cards. I like giving them, I like getting them, I like reading them, I like keeping them. But yeah, so that's what I'm hoping to get for Valentine's Day today. We'll see how we go. But yes, so happy Valentine's Day, peeps, if you are celebrating. And this page, look, this is a pink color, but then I go in with the red, and red is a mixed media that I struggle with a lot. It just, every time I use it, it seems to look like blood splatters. And it's not really the vibe that I'm going for in my journals. I don't know. Does anyone else feel that same way about red? Do you struggle with using red watercolor and mixed media and splatters? So now I'm using, I'm using acrylic ink by Liquitex, and I must say, I previously gessoed this page, so it was gessoed before I started. If I hadn't have done that, I would not have been able to use the acrylic ink as well. It would have soaked through the page and just would not have worked. So this journal is actually one that I don't know if you've seen before. You may have seen one video, but this is a journal that I've been using heaps over on my Patreon, and I created it using a altered book, if you'd like to see more about that. And I am loving it. It's a new challenge because it's got all the positives of a junk journal, in that each page has something already on it. So if I want to just build on top of the text, I can. But it has a positive that junk journals don't have, is that all of the pages are the same size, so that I'm able to experiment a bit more with cutout pages and I just really like flipping through it because all of the pages are the same. They come to the edge of the book, if that makes sense. So I've done some splatters. I also added some different purples as well, just to give it a bit more depth. And now when I'm feeling like a page is going a little bit crazy, I often come in with a white stencil, like this white dotty one. This stencil was from Flutterby Designs, but she's not making them anymore, which is very, very sad. And it's one of my all-time faves because it's the perfect size dot. It's not too big, it's not too little, it's just right. So then I've grabbed some white acrylic ink and my normal paintbrush. I will admit, while I was filming this video, I had 2 jars of paint water in front of me that I was being incredibly lazy and not emptying. I had been on a mixed media rampage this day and filmed several videos in one day. I think I did 4 art journaling videos in a row, and I really needed to change my water, but I didn't want to. And my paintbrush that I love for splatters usually was already in the dirty paint water. And so I grabbed a different paintbrush, and surprise, surprise, I freaking loved the splatters that it did. It made much smaller paint splatters because the head of the brush was thinner. It was still a rounded brush, but the actual brush head was a lot thinner in size and a bit shorter than my usual one. So I think I found my new fave splatter brush. You gotta love when laziness helps you discover something that you like in your craft room. Sometimes it pays off to be a bit of a lazy crafter. So now I'm trying to find which pen I'm going to write a quote in. And this is my all-time favorite Posca paint pen size. I don't know where I got them from, but they're a bit of a stumpy Posca and they have a pointed tip. They don't have the thin tip of the normal Posca paint pen that is straight. This is a pointy cone-shaped one. If anyone in Australia knows where to get these stumpy Poscas with the pointed tips, please let me know because I've been searching and I can't find them for the life of me. I didn't know that I had a black one, which is exciting, so I found that today. So you'll be seeing that in a lot of videos, I think. But I also have a hot pink one and it's used up, and I really would love to get some more colours because they are the most beautiful paint pens to write in. I find them much easier to write in than the normal Posca paint tip. So I'm just using a quote. I'm pretty sure it's from my fave, Morgan Harper Nichols. If you want any quotes that you want to include in art journals, if you need some inspiration, her Instagram account is just bursting with all sorts of lovely words that she writes and artworks. And so I included one of hers. And because I had that texture paste on the right hand side, I made sure to keep my quote to the left. And then I felt like this page just needed a tiny bit more. It needed something else. It was kind of missing something. So I just grabbed some more Posca paint pens and I'm drawing some tiny little hearts. And I think these really help. They blend in with the splatters, which is really nice. It's kind of the same color. So it looks like they were made from the same splat. It's just that some of them magically turned into heart-shaped ones, and I'm just adding those everywhere, down here, over there. And this page is almost done. It came together really quickly, and it was just a fun, messy one that I could, be a bit free and go crazy with all of the splatters and the colors and things. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you're able to, and it really does help out my channel. It helps new inklets discover me in their suggested videos, and it helps you to make sure that you see my new videos pop up because you're interacting with my video. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. We're in February now. We're getting through 2021. Let's do it, peeps. All right, have a great day. Bye.